Hey everyone, I've got another update for you. I've been trying to get my game into a state that it could be considered an actual game rather than like a tech demo. Last time I created some objectives in my game. There were 3 different objective types, a gun turret, a satellite, and a generator. You could destroy them, but they didn't really do anything. So for this update, I programmed them to actually have gameplay effects. So the turrets have the ability to target things. When it targets a ship, it will attempt to fire at it using its 2 barrels. I created some debug compile flags to show visualizations. You can see the projectile spawn points in red at the barrels. Getting the turrets to actually work correctly took a lot more time than I was expecting, and there was plenty of bugs along the way. The main difficulty was that these turrets have local transformations and parent transformations, and I need to update the local transformations, but all of the vectors I was creating were inherently in world space, not local space. So like the vector to the target, the turret's current facing vector, those kind of things. So theoretically, I guess I could have just hit all the vectors with the inverse transform matrix, but I was trying to avoid doing any matrix inversions because they're pretty slow. But I think I worked out all the issues. The turrets attempt to always focus their target and keep the barrels pointing at it, but they could get into this weird configuration at times if you are flying around them and doing strange things. So I made the turrets roll so that their up vectors tries to stay aligned with the default looking position, so like the position that is pointing out of the ship. But having this roll effect was kind of weird when you would fly over the turret, it would do a weird spin. So now when you fly over the turret, it appears to correctly track over and doesn't do any weird spins. So I also changed the satellites, and I was kind of struggling for a gameplay effect that the satellites could have. So for now, I just have them act as healing devices. They can accept a target, and they'll shoot healing orbs at the target. So it's not the most realistic feature, but perhaps you could just think about it as recharging their shields or something. I still might change this as the game development progresses, but for now this will do. I also made it so that the satellites kind of roll along their up vector, so that they try to always face the target they're shooting healing orbs at. But the old model had a square base, so I needed to make that circular. And last we have the generators. So the generators act as a power source for all the objectives on the carrier ship, and while a generator is up, all the objectives have a shield effect, which reduces the damage taken by half. So if you destroy all the generators, that effect is lost for the entire ship, and now all the objectives become a lot easier to destroy. I kind of feel like Poe Dameron from the new Star Wars. And so I changed the effect too, so you no longer see a shield effect, you instead see little explosions where the projectiles hit. And so still, if you destroy all the objectives, you can destroy the entire carrier ship. So I think this will be the main game mode of the levels, or at least the last portion of the level. I'm not sure what to do next. My current goal is to get the base game mode in a playable state from start to finish. I think I'll probably add spawners to the carrier ship. The newly spawned ships can fly out of the little holes from the side of the model. And I can also use this as a respawn mechanic, so that when I get destroyed, I can respawn. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you're into that. I'm sure check out the description for more information. See ya.